Hey everybody, welcome back to a Game of Thrones. Where we left off last episode, we were in Harrenhal, just had arrived just to try to avoid the plague that was starting to spread in the King's Landing area. Since that episode, I have fixed a couple things. Number one, I did fix our mother's dynasty. She is now lowborn. I actually started recording this episode just a few days ago. Yesterday, the day before, I think, and I found that whenever I had my first child, it put the child in her dynasty, and it had created a bastard branch in her dynasty instead of my father's dynasty, which is what I was wanting it to do. So I went ahead and fixed that. The last episode, my father died of the pox. My grandfather, I think, also died of the pox. I don't know, heart failure, and then his mother, I think, also died of just regular old age. Yeah, old age. So I've lost a couple brothers. I think just one brother, Ryland, which is good. I've been thinking about what I kind of want to do with my family, with them. And I'm thinking I'm going to take some land in the Stormlands, or purchase some land in the Stormlands, and then potentially become their liege lord. That would be quite funny, in my opinion. I think that would be a good little idea. And then we'll have two families or two branches living under the same lord, which would be me, or at least my family. But I think this episode, or at least for the time being, we're going to try to knock out a couple contracts, make a bunch of money, hopefully have our first kid here in a relatively quick time span, and then potentially look into figuring out how we want to go about it. I honestly wouldn't mind going over here to Lord Cameron's area of Tarth and being given one of these pieces of land. I'm pretty sure he holds all of it. Yeah, he holds every bit of this land here, all of these titles. So he would sell, except for this one. He would sell me a piece of this land, most likely. So that would be actually really cool if we could manage to get a piece of this. And let's see. Yeah, he owns that too. So he could give me a piece of this land and then I could be under him. Or see about House Fell here. I'm pretty sure he holds a couple spots as well. Yes, he holds the Wendover, which is right next to his main title. And then, not Wendover. Hold on, let me go back. Wendover. Here we go. And then he also holds the Hollows, which is here, which would be in the same area as my father's, or my brother's land here in Timberland. So I think that's going to be the option. I have a really far travel to go do this, collect taxes down here. That's a long way. But we're going to go ahead and do this settle boundary dispute. And we're going to start making some money here and getting this going. And then my Mistress Lana, my wife, is very good at her stewardship, which makes doing these usually really easy. But she failed that one. Okay. That sucks. Yeah, there's not too many contracts around, so let's go visit the castle. Try to get some contracts. Oh, that's the wrong button. Town Crier. Let's see, we got transport, hireling, contracts. We got a couple marshal and a couple transport. We'll take the marshal duties, actually. Got a hunt criminals there. We got a hired muscle, and then we got instructor of knights. So we're gonna do both of these because my marshal's decent. It's good. My prowess is great, which will probably help with this one. But my people aren't amazing. It's kind of rough, but it is what it is. We'll go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Get this done a little quicker. All right. Our potential heir is on his way, hopefully. If it's a girl, it's still fine. But we can hope that we get our heir right off the rip. Okay, we gotta move your accursed tent, damn it, Admir. This is my spot, cries Illyria. Disrupting my evening walk, Admir seems unmoved, simply folding his arms across his chest. It can't be your spot if I got my tent up on it. Now can it? He snarks back, desperate for a higher authority. Illyria whirls around to me. Captain Aeron, please, I beg of you, discipline this wretch. But here's the problem, Mom. His tent was there first. I'm sorry. And you know what? I honestly don't really care. Y'all figure it out yourselves. It's not my problem. I'm not going to make anybody mad. I'll just let them deal with it. I'm pretty sure I made both of them mad. A follower's heart. Captain Aeron, my leader. I have met a most seductive man in Nightstray. My follower Elise stumbles as she addresses me. His family will not let us marry without paying a sizable dowry. She stutters sadly, please help me. Alright, who do we got? We got Ellard. He's a lowborn, he's atrocious. But he's robust though, which is kinda nice. What are you? And you're pretty. A robust, pretty person. How much do you want? 40 gold. I can try doing this and see if it actually works. If I hit a 50, I failed an 88, so maybe I'll hit a 43. Okay, the luck is on my side here, guys. The luck is on my side. I hit that. Perfect. So now I got robust and a faithful blade. He's got a really good prowess, though. That's the only thing he's good at. The only thing he's good at is that. So, I'm curious. Why can't I change the shield here? Because I did while I was doing the dynasty thing, I also created the personal arms here. But why can't my armor be that? I don't know. Sword and shield. We're just gonna do a sword as my signature, so that way it drops that. But I'd like to get rid of the armor. I don't know how to do that. I do have a few kills. I forgot I did kill a few people. But we're gonna go ahead and keep it on. Get this one done. The Great Stock Divergence. Small changes in dialect, slightly different customs, easy to miss at first. Over time, the small changes lead to a large one. However, now the Stormlanders giving in Greenstock have begun identifying themselves as Greenstock instead. Let's see how this is. Oh, okay. They just diverged their culture. Okay, cool. So that's the Stormlanders. They've got Greenstock. Oh no, my daughter. As the tent flap to the birthing tents open, I am greeted not by smiling midwives, but a crying babe, but Mistress Lana's heart-wrenching wails. I am so sorry, my lord. The midwife does not look me in the eyes. Her arms are in a tiny covered bundle. Your daughter. She is in 7 heavens now. Still heirless. Even if that was a daughter, she still would have been my heir at the time. It's tough to describe what's so appealingly intimate about the low buzz of the camp settling in for the evening. Maybe it's the heart guffaws of the warriors telling dirty jokes, the rummaging of crates and barrels from the supply tent, or even a stubbornly holding his ground against the gaggle of angry locals. All of this forms a quiet, comforting blanket of familiarity. This is my domain, these are my people in a small kingdom, but it is one I know every sight, sound, and soul. That took way too long to read that. Leading the circle. Let's see what these give me. Diplomacy. This is probably going to give me attraction. This might give me stewardship. No, provisions. We're just going to get some prestige. This is almost finished here for Princess Neres of the 7 Kingdoms. Alright, we got 5. We need to get to 10. Oh, she is pregnant once more. Gawain the Stranger. We've got just a couple more phases, and we will be on to the next contract. shall we try our luck at some ruins? Let's see, let's see if we can get me a weapon or a trinket. Search goes well. My wife is no longer pregnant again. Oh, okay. Wow, this is not going well for me. I guess luck is not on my side. Just trying to get this thing done. The days are going by slow now. I'm gonna zoom out so I can maybe go a little faster. The culture of night stay is unfamiliar to me, and some of the customs equally alien. It is proven especially true when Ellard, acting as our cook for the evening, beckons me over to try look at a stewing pot. It's a local recipe he begins, supposedly authentically Riverlander. I was assured by the passing merchant. Look at the substance with suspicion. Is that stewed squirrel with turnips? Let's do it. Okay. That gives us some boosts. Now we need 2 more scheme phases done, and we should be able to pop this one off and finish this contract up. A devoted follower. A moment, my Captain Ellard stops me as I survey the encampment. He is still breathing heavily when he addresses me, shuffling foot to foot. I do not think your efforts go unnoticed. The men admire you, children pretend to be like you when you play, and the whole camp seems to think you're the greatest man alive. I wish to help you with the same ways you help us. I know your current efforts, and I believe I'd be a worthy addition. Yeah. Sure. Let's do that. That will help me. Look at that. And I finish it, and I get 95% chance. Perfect. You helped me out there. Haunted Manor. As we walk down the halls of Butler Hall, the local landowner, Dorith, turns to me, and then they say that this part of the estate is haunted, my lord. I hesitantly look around. The hall is a bit darker than I would have expected, candles flickering at their posts. When we stop at the old dining hall, Dorith turns to me again and says, this time with a grin, would you like a tour of the haunted manor? Of course I would. We're walking down the dark and deserted hallway. A few furnishings we come across are all covered up with sheets, adding to the ghostly atmosphere. Well, was that a rat? Hurry. I hurry to catch up with my entourage. Dorith turns to me, or Dorith turns to us. Dorith turns to face us, squinting as she utters the words, and through here, my lords and ladies. Oh man, I'd struggle in there. All right, let's see. What do we got here? You might find something interesting. You stay with the entourage. I kind of want to see if I find something. I fumble in the darkness, doing my best to ignore the slight sense of panic that the darkness invokes in me. I hurry through the next doorway, trying to find the group, and then suddenly a large dark shape comes swooshing down on top of me. I let out a shriek of surprise. And when I come to my senses, I find the group standing in the room I just entered. Dorith has trouble breathing through the laughter as she points at me. My lord, she snorts. Did you have a good time? Oh, I did. Approachable for 5 years. That gives me initial personal scheme success is 10% better. Yeah, we'll do that. I get a little bit of stress, but you know what? That's fine. All right, let's see. We got another. Oh, Varyn Corbray takes the skies. Got a couple pop-ups here. Rescue a fair subject. We got 2 rescue fair subjects. We're going to do both of those. She is pregnant once again. Perfect. Maybe this time I'll get lucky. This is the stealing wood planks. We're not going to do that. We're just going to let it go. A tired Sir Darman approaches the camp with his men. The horses stop right before my tent, and I get up to greet them. That damned woman, I hear the Sir mumble. I bid you good morning, Sir Aeron, he says, wiping the sweat off his forehead. It seems that the most beautiful woman that has ever been lost in the woods, and my courtiers have stopped lamenting until I bring her back. A fair man to the rescue. Yeah, we'll finish this in like 3 months. Lines of Legacy. That's another poem. Let this one run out, and then we'll, should be pretty quick. Gawain's most recent foe slumps down, panting and defeated. Wrestling is a fairly popular sport amongst most missionaries for obvious reason, but Gawain pursues it like it's an art form. I sometimes wonder if he would prefer a barehanded fight, needing no other weapon. The man sees my pondering look and raises his fist in a polite yet mocking jest. Sure, let's do it. I gained some prestige. Nice. Let's just get this one done real fast. I should make it to 100. Yeah, I can just... Oh, I can't commit it till it's 5. I wish they'd allow you if it was already at 100%. Limits of patience. I heard the most amusing yet strange incidents that have happened recently. I know of this noble woman in my realm who is quite annoying. She is not a bad person, but she is unbelievably chatty and intensely emotional. And if crossed, can be quite a nag. Though middle-aged, she died a few weeks ago, only to come back to life a few hours later. She said that apparently death came to her asking her to take her to the afterlife, but she was so fed up with her company that she hurried to take her back home so he could come get her later. She's still healthy today. Oh, that's funny. I feel bad for the old death. Alright, let's get this done. Complete, seize the moment. Alright, Rolana. Get some gold. Did we get gold for that? I think so. See if we can get her. Ah, she did not like it. We're gonna go do the other one. I'm just trying to get these to get any person as I can into our camp. I'm gonna try to recruit any of the fair maidens. My son and heir. I have lost the bastard trait. Oh, Lana, you have been so brave, so strong. Words cannot describe my love for you, and now we have a perfect little son. One day, child, you will carry on my legacy. What name shall befit a captain? Now, this is where I'm probably going to have you guys recommend some names. If I don't get any recommendations, then I will come up with a name myself, but for now we are going to name him... Let's see if I see anything that I like. I think, let's see, I'm just gonna go like 5 more times and I'm gonna stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I don't like that name. We'll do Tristan though. So Tristan, it is. Alright, so now we can change our dynasty, because we got House Steelworth. So we can change this to... Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't have... Yeah, so now we are now a bastard house of House Varyn. I don't have a name for our dynasty. I never came up with one. Maybe I leave that to you guys, and potentially see what we can come up with. I do some thinking on it, but for now we'll keep Steelworth. But we can see what we can come up with. Maybe by the end of the episode, I'll have come up with something. I'm not sure if maybe I just want to keep the Varyn Destiny or Dynasty and maybe change it up just a little bit. Have a play of words with the original Dynasty. But now we are part of House Steelworth right now. We'll go ahead and finish up that one. I just want to get to Vanguard. And then we'll switch it up. Probably go to... Oh, there's a big war. Who went to war? Dorn? I have a feeling... Yeah, they just rose up against the Tullys, didn't they? No. They rose up against the Strongs? They did. They rose up against the Strongs. Remove Lord Manfred as regent. Oh. Okay, maybe we move out of here because the war is not going to be very good for us. Let's get this one done real quick, and then we are going to move out of Harrenhal. Odd. This is completely uninhabited part of my realm. It's not really mine. The next village would have been at least a half-day's journey away, and while I myself rarely travel here, I have found some official business to take care of, and yet there it is, a single gravestone high on a promontory looking over much of the countryside below. How such a grave got there and who is buried under it, no one knows, and since it's quite far away from civilization. Let's pay our respects, gain a little bit of piety for that. Let's get this thing done. I just need one more scheme. And confidence, or not even confidence, just finish that up. Lady Lara, she looks exactly like the other one. And we'll try to join. We got her, perfect. So that's one more person to our camp. Alright, do we return back to our base, or our base of operations out of Harrenhal? We are going to actually move... Oh, you know what? We're not going to move yet. we have a roll of patrons to take care of. We're gonna get some money and stuff from these people first before we leave. 8 gold. Just give me your men-at-arms. You get any gold? 26. What about Lord Robert? 38. We'll take that, and then we'll take the gold from you as well. Oh, you will not accept this. Oh, now you don't like me. Okay. Alright, we will go ahead and move our camp. We're going to move it south, back to... Let's move it back to King's Landing. Night by campfire. Long after the night is settled, I find myself laughing, telling stories, and drinking with Illyria, Lana, and Gawain. I didn't know that she had it in her, but Illyria ends up telling a particularly ribald story about 4 peasants she had seen in Lawliston. After drying my eyes from the laughter, drinking a bit of to clear my throat, I will tell my own story. Alright, there we go. Move that there. We've got a escort emissary, which will pay us pretty good money. Where are you going? To the court of Sir Perkin. Oh, that's literally around the corner. And... Alright, that was extremely easy. Settle boundary dispute. We'll take that one as well. Try to knock out some contracts really quickly. Mistress Lana, my wife, please knock this out for me. There we go. Perfect. Alright, we got anything else here? I don't think so. We're going to visit the castle holding. Try to get another contract. Intrigue, criminal. Neither of those sound good to me. Let's check the artifacts. See if we can get myself something nice. Ooh, we do have some okay weapons here. We got a nice spear, a nice dagger, and a decent crown warhammer. 144, 149, and 126. Well, the Crownland Spear is really nice. The Crown... Okay, so the Crownlander Hammer does enemy fatal casualties by more. But a spear sounds really good. Maybe we don't spend money on this stuff yet. Yeah, I don't think we spend any money on this stuff yet. We just need to upgrade our camp, truly. Level 2 pavilion. And these are all level 1s. Maybe I'll upgrade this to level 3. I need 350 gold. Supply tent to level 2, possibly. Unlocks Quartermaster's Officer. Unlocks the extra... Oh no, that just boosts it to 75% capacity and 75% supplies for the supply tent. Barber's Tent boosts us to an additional moderate resistance to plague. Boosts our monthly domicile income to 0.40, medium boost in disease, and negative 6% fatal casualties for friendlies. Alright, what is the other... Let me see, hold on. What does the Roaring Campfire upgrade give us? 2 number of captains, 4% in captain efficiency. I think our best actual bet then is the Barber Tent. Boosts our money. We'll go ahead and upgrade that. Okay, let's see. A crime of passion. Rounding a little cluster of tents as I leave my pavilion, I come across a gaggle of followers having dinner around a small hearth. Curiously, both Admar and Eliard are among them. Neither of whom particularly enjoying one another's company. I think that I should intervene. They threw blows anyway. Okay, no big deal. We're gonna move our camp again. I think we're gonna move it over here this time. To this. Oh, I can just take that contract. Never mind. Sure. Let's just move everyone there. Alright. You should be moving there. Yep. And we have arrived. Alright, this one. We should have actually taken that, but it doesn't seem we did. I'm gonna go ahead and there's a +1 learning for that little artifact. We did not take the job there, but we will take this job. I will travel to Horncross Sound, which is just over here, not too far. Let's take this over there to drop that off. Danger is fine. My wife is sick. We'll let her rest. Drop it off and then return to camp. Careful not to oversleep again. Yeah, we'll do that. Plenty uncommon. Life in close quarters tends to magnify relationships, good and bad. Unfortunately, Lara and Illyria, yeah. I gotta remember how to pronounce her name. Their common interest in a restrained diet and healthy life has proven to be a strong bonding agent. The two laughing and joking together at camp or riding alongside one another on the road is becoming an increasingly common sight. Encourage the friendship. Perfect. Let's finish this up so that way I can get this done. Ooh, Tristan. This is a knight that we can recruit. 27 martial, 22 prowess. Yes, please. Alrighty. Should head back to camp. Perfect. Alright. Making ourselves some money today. Alright, we got a settle boundaries dispute over here. We're gonna go ahead and do that. And then what I'm gonna do, actually, I know exactly where we are. I do not, I guess. Get this one done real quick. Let's see here. Admar. Okay, let's just take a little stress on. It becomes stress, but that's fine. Because what I can do is I can just go back. Become irritable. That's fine. I'm okay with being irritable. It boosts my prowess. Color me intrigued. I gain down to earth, and I could potentially gain Gardener. I gained Gardener, which gives me a 2. I think it was a boost of 2 for. Where's that at? Gardener. There it is. 2 stewardships, stress loss is -20%, or gain is 20%, -20%. That's really good, actually. Let's get back to our camp real quick. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Lady... Wrong button. Lady Velena. And I'm going to request a grand turn. Okay, she don't want to do that for me. Is there anybody else over here that would? Anybody like me enough to do that? Oh, I have forgot to turn off or pause the game. I gaze down sadly at my meal. A barely ripe apple stands out among the most appealing of the fare. There's no shortage of food at camp, but the variety is lacking. Wilting vegetables we have plenty of, but I could really use with some prime meat. Harry's leaps to his feet, bow in hand, reaching for a quiver. I've had enough of this. These may be Lady Velena's lands, but I'm sure she can spare a merest trimmings of their fat. Okay, let's see if she'll allow me to do it. I think she did. Yep. Okay. I want to put on a grand tournament for the end of this episode, because I feel like we're already pushing 30 minutes. I want to try to do a grand tournament. Okay, let's see. Are you any of these guys, like, high lords? Just a regular lord. Just a regular lord. Just a regular lord. Even Lady Velena is just a regular lady. Like, she's not a high lady or anything. So we'll just go with Sir Alex, then. He doesn't have a high enough... This guy will, though. Sir Boris. Yeah, we'll do that. Perfect. Alright, that's Grand Tournament. We can go and join that. Where was that at? Where's the Grand Tournament? Did he not put it on yet? Yeah, I gotta abandon that contract. It's just gonna sit there. I don't see a Grand Tournament popping up. Okay, no problem. Let's go artifact delivery real quick. Make some money. I'm just taking this up the road, I think, basically. We shall wait till she fully recovers. Yeah, just literally take it to Fellwood. Should head back to camp. Perfect. Fine, we'll find another path. Potential alliances. My brother, Sir Eldrick of Timberland, and my brother-in-law, Sir Clifford of Bluegrove. So they are expanding. Ooh, okay. My family is expanding. Okay, where is Blue Grove? So this is my brother here. And he has... Wait. There it is. I was like, where is this grand tournament? It literally just popped up. Perfect. So there's a potential we fight our brother here. Can't wait for it to start. Okay. So if we could fight our brother, that would be amazing to me. All right, let's see. I would like Patrick Evanfall joins my court. Well, he's going to either way. I do not wish to offend Lady Ibira. No, I'd like for Sir Patrick to be a part of my thing. Here, hold on, let me see. He's got good martial, very good prowess. Yeah, I want him to join. Am I qualifying right now? No. Okay. I should still be able to. Yeah, I think I'll still be able to here. Yeah, we can definitely find some provisions. Okay, let's go to Artisan Quarters to potentially try to get it, because usually I get it here. Oh, I'm not going to get it. Ooh. Weaponsmith Sanguine Steel. Ooh. I clutch a clean rag to my forearm and stem the flow as Thomas fires and hammers excitedly. By the time our bloodletting aims are realized, the rag is nearly soaked through, but the blood itself has slowed and wound is congealed. The sword is reverently deposited on the table. It's perfect. Thomas doesn't appear to be deterred by my skepticism, his hand shaking as he holds the blade in wonderment. I'll take it. But I didn't gain any qualification. I might not qualify for the melee. I guess I qualified. Okay, cool. So who am I fighting? The favored contestant is Sir Mavros of Bloodbridge. I think... I have no idea. House Uller. I don't know who that is. Alright, let's speed this up a little bit. Get this going. My dear brother, I eagerly propose to formalize the ties that already bind us together by signing an alliance between our realms. Number one, I don't have land. And number two, you don't like me. Why are you doing this? And I don't really want to because I don't like you. Yeah, no. Sorry. We're gonna really hate our family here. Both teams are nearly even. Who will win come down to the heirs. Reddith. I don't know. Did I not qualify for this? I did not qualify for that. So potentially the joust, though. This is the one I really want to qualify for. So anything that helps with my score, I'm going to do. Because I don't want to miss the joust. Slightly increase. My captain score slightly increases moderately. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Watch our opponents learn their weaknesses. I'm not qualified yet. 22 days. I'm not going to qualify. Again, I'm not going to qualify for either of these. Oh, I qualified. Okay. Contestants circle the list of the horseback, or the lists on horseback. Valets holding their arms aloft, and the herald announces the contest's commencement. Squires scurry to and fro, bedecked by their in their liege's colors, carrying equipment and supplies for the bouts ahead. The joust qualifiers have come to an end, and it is clear who will be put forward to the quarterfinals. As it stands, a varied pitch and volumes of the crowd cheers have no questions as to the favorites. It is my first bout. and I have paired against my fellow contestant Theo Gullet of House Gullet. I am ready. Alright, guys. I gotta win this. I cannot lose my very first one. That would be absolutely terrible. To lose our very first joust of any kind. Theo walks by me on his horse after I pass, busying himself with an animal's bridle. Shuffling beside is his groom. He is dressed in surprisingly tatty clothing and a material fraying at the seams. What is your name, my man? He looks up, startled as his liege and horse carry on without him. Ellard, my lord. In the midst of his reply, it is impossible to miss his envious glance at his smartly presented counterparts attending to my horse. How would you fancy a job? My score increases, and he joins me. Perhaps you would like to make a coin or two. It increases moderately, which is even better. I pay him some gold. Sure, I've got almost 400 gold. I'm fine with that. 67% chance of victory. I'm trying to win this at everything I can. The banners flicker in the flap in the breeze, stealing away the crowd's breath for a moment as I curb my horse. I hoist my lance as the previous events of the contest play back through my mind when I was chatted with the opponent's disheveled groom. I am on top, but there is still a tilt left. All I need to do is draw the last pass. If I shoot for his head, it's a chance. Aim high, go low. I think I saw a tell in the prior pass. No trickery, just aim for the shield. Now I'm going for the head. If I kill him, I kill him. What happened? I got knocked off. How do you go from a 70% victory to losing just like that? Okay. First the sound of the crash, then an instant later a shuddering jolt up my arm, then suddenly another sound, the crowd acclaim. My lance strikes home with force, shattering on my adversary's shield. Even more notably, they have missed entirely. I reset once more, but as I charge, something feels off. The rhythm of the horse, or the way my arm sits. My lance veers off to the target at the last moment. I feel his strike true, buckling my shield before the deafening crash and explosion of splinters. The judge calls it ends. I have lost. How? Yeah, I'm confounded, for sure. Because it makes no sense, but okay. Oh man, please don't let him win this. Because if he wins it, I'm just going to hate him more. He did win it. That's not, I don't care. I don't want that. I don't want him to win. If he wins this, I'm going to be so upset. The arrow boom, Sir Willis, Sir Eldrick, Sir Mavros, and Theo have reached the semifinals. Alright, let's see. 4 speed. The bout between my brother Sir Eldrick and Sir Mavros has been decided. Eldrick is... Oh no, he's gonna win. He has 40 prowess. 39 prowess. Jesus. If he wins this, I'm gonna be terrified. I'm gonna be so upset if he wins this when I could have won it. Oh. Yes. Thank God he lost. First, the sound of the crash, and an instant later, a shuddering jolt up my arm. I don't know why that is going. It's not me. The bout between Theo and my brother, Sir Eldrick, has been decided. It was a closely fought, but in the end, Theo unhorsed Eldrick in an almighty exchange of blows. This means Theo has won the contest. Eldrick's wounds speak to his valor. Thank God he lost. Good. There's always next time. That's rough. I'm really sad that I lost that. I didn't even get to qualify for the melee. Well. Nonetheless, we did do our first contest, our first tourney. Didn't do very well in it, but it is what it is. Can make a request for some gold. Sure, 18 gold. Almost put us to that 400 mark. Can I, real quick, check and see if I have any patrons that I can just request gold from? You won't accept... You would take a men-at-arms regiment. Sure. Would you give me gold? You'll give me another men-at-arms. 200 men. That gives me... So we got 100 armored horsemen and 100 river bows. Alrighty. Well, I think that's a good little spot to end the episode. We did get a blooded blade, which is nice. It's actually negative prowess, which is odd, but okay. We do not have any armor, which I don't know why it's saying we did, or that we do, but we don't. Oh, I have claims, I think, to it. Is that what it's talking about? No, just says that I have some things, but I don't. But anyway, yeah, that'll probably do it for this episode. We're gonna go ahead and end it here. And I think in the next episode we will figure out what we're gonna do with our house name. We may just use House of Aeron, but then change it up just a little bit, or whatever you guys recommend in the comments below. You can go ahead and leave some comments there, and we can figure that out. We also need a name for our son and heir, which I did not put his education trait, which it looks like he's going to go martial or diplomacy, so I'll just put him on martial. And we will educate him ourselves for now, until I can get a tutor, which I can't do until I think I'm landed. So nonetheless, we got some money, so that's really nice. We'll try making I would like to get up to about 600 or 800 gold, and then potentially try to buy some land here in the Stormlands. I think that's what I'm going to do, and then try to overtake this area here from the House Fell, and then that way I can rule my brother, which would be kind of the whole goal. He's pretty hurt though. He has 2 children. All right, but we will we'll try to do that here in the next episode, I think, and potentially, one of the comments I got said that in the last episode we should maybe potentially try to take Harrenhal, maybe landing ourselves in the area around it and have our family work towards it, which I think would be a pretty good idea. Or we could potentially land ourselves in here in the Crownlands and try to either conquer some land around here, potentially take Dragonstone, which we all know Dragonstone is a fortress. It's held by King Viserys. We probably won't be taking Dragonstone since they do have dragons too. There's almost no way we could take Dragonstone, but we could potentially take some land around it. Like we could try to take not High Tide, but we could try taking. That's Castle Driftmark. No, we don't want that. We could probably take Sharp Point from Lord Caron of what is this? Umber? No, not Umber. What is this? Who is this again? What is this house? Bar Emin, that's what it was. I couldn't think of the names of the house for that. But yeah, we'll figure out what we're gonna do here. But I think the most, kind of story driven would be to get some land here and potentially try to take on our brother and become his liege eventually. I think that would be kind of like a storybook kind of, story, more or less, for this character's life. Who knows what his son and heir Tristan will do, but we will see where that goes as we get there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.